Brought to you by Fastpitch TV and sponsored by 3-Piece Tea, here's another episode from the 2015 College World Series.
At this time, we have UCLA's head coach, Kelly Inouye Perez, student athlete, Allie Carter, and student athlete, Misha Sadaraka. Coach, general comments about the game, then we'll call it off for questions.
I think the best part about coming to the World Series is every team that you play is a quality team. And Michigan is an outstanding team, who literally offensively, defensively, and just well coached all around. So we knew it would be a tough game tonight, and things didn't go our way as we'd like to finish. But the best part about where you are in this tournament is now you're in a position where there's no other options. I have a great deal of faith in this team. They've got great fight. They play together. They have each other's backs, and we're not done yet.
All right. Any questions? I'll go first.
I have a question that's not about tonight's game, but particularly because of where you stand in the field, Kelly, and because Allie being a pitcher, you had the accident when you played Missouri. Do you think pitchers should be wearing masks? I've been getting a lot of email on that, and it's split.
Raybert, I actually answered that question in the press conference earlier, and this is my stand. A mask is used when needed. So it's been an injury prevention. If somebody gets hit and there's a concussion, then it's mandated for them to be able to continue to play to wear the mask. I said that I would never prevent a player from wearing a mask, but I don't believe it should be mandated. So that's just my take on it in the sport. But like I say, I'm not here to take a stand on what kids shouldn't do. I just don't believe it's something that should be mandated for all. Does that answer your question?
But I think you answered my question.
With my opinion, right? So I don't know if I answered your question.
Hi, Coach Pete LaFleur, College Softball 360.
Yep.
And speaking of Michigan, they're obviously known for their home runs, but really was impressed when you see them in person, the aggressive base running, but smart base running. Some teams run themselves out of games, and I think they ran themselves into the back and forth. I don't know if you picked up on that and seeing them with the limited times you've been able to, but if you could speak to how important that is for winning a game.
I think what great teams do, they take advantage of the little things. We had some miscues on defense tonight, and I wouldn't have, anticipated, some of the shots that were hit, but we did. We had some miscues that added to their aggressive base running that allowed them to be more successful. Straight up, that time run was out at the plate if we don't cut that ball. I couldn't tell you why that ball was cut, but it's kind of part of experience and getting that under your belt. And then there were a couple other miscues in general, but what great teams do. Michigan was very aggressive, literally both offensively on the bases, and I think it definitely helped them be more successful tonight.
Coach, talk a little bit about, you've been a part of the team that's come out of the losing bracket here at the World Series and went on to win it all. What do you tell your team from your past experience about looking forward and how they have a lot of softball left to play?
I was just talking about Allie and Misha about that, and that's probably one of the best things about being a Bruin is we have such a wealth of history that says everything is possible. There is a saying that we have in our program that is very true. It's whatever it takes to win, and when your back's against the wall, it's some amazing things can happen when you get great athletes that are committed to fighting to the last pitch. So I've been very, very fortunate to be a part of it. I've seen it, I've lived it, and I believe this team can do it too.
Coach, just since we have you here real quick, if you could give us kind of a testimony on the type of player Allie Carter has been in terms of a two-way player. There's a lot of talk about Lauren Hager and the 70 home runs and 70 wins, but Allie had particularly two really good home run seasons for you, 43. But Kaylani Ricketts, Jenny Finch was here today, and just kind of where she ranks. I know Allie said she really looked up to Lisa Fernandez in that role too.
Oh, absolutely. To be able to have literally access to the two-way player, as you said, those that can impact the field both offensively and defensively. Allie hasn't just been for the last 2 years, she's been for the program. She's been literally a go-to. And we were in a place where we hadn't been as successful, and Allie Carter literally is the reason that we're here. We're here in Oklahoma City because of her ability to impact the field both offensively and defensively, but beyond that, her leadership. She backs it with her work ethic, at the end of the day, this team buys into being Bruins and working hard because they have a great role model in Allie Carter. The one thing that it's been unfortunate for Allie is we haven't truly been able to have a pitching staff that has been able to have her back. You know, Paige McDuffie has undergone several injuries. You know, Johanna Grauer, she's on the junior national team. She was injured, and I'm not here to make up excuses. At the end of the day, we're here because Allie Carter is the one, and she has impacted us not just offensively but defensively, but her leadership on how. And you can ask anybody on the team. This team has her back. The program has her back. She's left her mark in the history books, and at the end of the day, that's all we can ask for. As Coach Wooden says, right? You know, literally the satisfaction of doing the best that you possibly can is true competitive excellence. And if you ask anyone on our team who truly defines competitive excellence, they would pick Allie Carter.
Are there any other questions? If not, Coach, student athletes, thank you for your time.
Hi, my name's Andrea Grant. I'm a two-time national champion with UCLA, a two-time world champion with the USSSA Florida Pride, and a 2008 U.S. silver medalist with Team USA. I believe that the three-piece tee is a great tool, whether you're just starting out playing softball or you're a U.S. Olympian, because everybody needs balance in their swing, because balance is power.